All right, this is Nick with Build Brothers Roofing. Started my digital inspection at 8880 Gowdy Avenue. Whenever we start our inspections, we like to start underneath the eave of the house. Now, the eave is typically going to consist of your fascia board, you have your rafter tails, and then you have your starter board. And the reason why we like to start underneath the eave is that it gives us a good idea about what kind of wood damage we can expect on this project. You can see we've got some rotten shiplap underneath the eaves. There's a little bit more of that along the other section as well. Now, wood repair is always an unknown variable for any roofing project, so doing a quick assessment from the ground level gives me a good idea about what kind of wood damage we can expect on this property. And on this property, there's going to be a little bit. Now, this is an older roof. Homeowner seems to think that this is the original roof. I would guess that this roof is closer to the 40-year mark. So I'm not sure when this home was built, but it could be original, just depending on when the actual structure was put up. Now, we have an old tar and gravel roof on this property, as you can see. We've got a lot of exposed flood coat that I want to go ahead and point out, and this is just an older roofing system. So this flood coat is essentially kind of like the underlayment. That tar or that gravel adheres to the flood coat, and once that is exposed and all that fiberglass begins to show, the waterproofing is then greatly affected on this project, or on this property. Sorry. We've got some whirly-birds that are spinning around as well. That's acting as the exhaust ventilation. We're gonna go ahead and upgrade those vents also. But we also have some repairs that have been done throughout this roof. Homeowner let me know that there have been some leaks in the past, to which he went ahead and just applied a bunch of Henry's mastic over it, just to stop the leaks from getting any worse. But just like any repair, especially when it comes to mastic repairs, that is always going to be a temporary solution to the problem itself, which is just the overall age of the roof. Now, this is considered a flat roof, right about a 212 pitch. You notice that the majority of customers have upgraded their roofs to a shingle product. Now, on this particular roof, because it is such a low slope roof, we can go ahead and install shingle, but the thing is that we have to install an upgraded underlayment to ensure proper waterproofing. Shingles are made to have water flow freely off the roof, and when the roof gets to be this flat, sometimes that is not always the case. So we need to make sure that we have the proper underlayment to ensure that this roof stays waterproof for the foreseeable future. So what we're going to end up doing is we're going to tear off this roof all the way down to the wood decking. That way we can address any of the bad wood. We talked about that wood repair being an unknown variable, and you can see with all the leaks that have been repaired along the eaves of the home, what that means is more than likely there is going to be some wood repair. Now, this is an actual flat section of the roof. What I am going to recommend us doing is when we do get to this portion of the roof, I'm going to recommend that we TPO this portion, which is more of a commercial grade product. Trying to see if any of your neighbors have it. No. So here's a flat roof. This is a torch down material. The material that I'm using is more of a rubberized product. It's going to turn this entire roof line or roof plane into one singular membrane. It's highly reflective as well. Reflects a lot of sunlight. So if this is a living area or even just a patio deck, then that's going to be really, really helpful and beneficial to the homeowner. We got some skylights that are going to need to be replaced. You can see that we've got some cracks in both of these skylights. Now, these are standard 2x4 skylights. We can get these at Home Depot. So nothing too crazy on the replacement portion of that, but I will explain to the homeowner how that works on our end. Now, going back to the regular roof, we're tearing it down to the decking. At that point, we're going to add a layer of titanium PSU underlayment, which is a peel and stick underlayment. Now, that is a self-adhering product that goes directly to the wood decking. It's a very thick and sticky synthetic product, and does a fantastic job of waterproofing the home. Seals off any nail that goes through it as well. Once that is complete, we're going to install brand new drip edge along the entire perimeter of the roof. Drip edge is that piece of metal that you can see right along the edge. We're going to install new drip edge along the entire perimeter. New starter shingle is going to go along the entire perimeter as well, and then the actual architectural shingle will go on top of that. We're going to be replacing these whirly-birds also. You can see this one is not spinning the way that it should be. A lot of times these bearings end up wearing out on these roofs, so that's all part of our system. But again, based off the age of the roof, the amount of repairs that have been done, the amount of exposed flood coat that we have throughout, and all that fiberglass that is being exposed, this roof is definitely in need of replacement. That is it for my digital inspection.